Hello, welcome back to the channel. I've been restoring this very stubborn Macintosh SE, and I finally, after 6 months or so of working on it off again, on again, mostly off again to be honest, I finally fixed it. And the video is up there in the card or down there in the description. And of course, this thing came with two floppy drives, which are very, very dirty. Look at this. So I have no idea if these work, but to give them the best, oh man, yellow dust. That means so it's been smoker's household. These are MFD-51w-03 floppy drives. Both of them are, in fact. Here we go. And well, I have no idea if they're working, but in order to give it the best shot, let's clean it and make sure it works. Make sure we'll lube it, we'll oil it, we'll clean it. We make sure all the moving parts are okay. Make sure the reed heads are okay. Make sure the stepper motor is okay, like usual. The mechanism seems to be mostly working. It's a little hard, but that's that. So as I said, I already serviced this one just to remind myself how to do it. But I happen to have another one out of another Macintosh SE that needs the same treatment. Now this is not quite the same one. This is the MFD-75w-01G. You have this eject mechanism, so the computer can actually eject the floppy by engaging this motor, and then it pushes this thing here forward. They're obnoxious because there's a plastic gear in here. This is not the one. There's another one in there, and they like to break. They're so brittle. Anyways, this is actually one of the easiest drives to service. You start by taking off these springs. There's one on each side. Hold on to the top, undo the bottom, like so. Come on. Here we go. And then, as with most floppy drives, the mechanism has to be in this half position to disengage. So we'll put a floppy in halfway so that the snap lets loose. You want this little snap here that covers this part. This part is going to lift up here in a moment. The other side is getting caught no matter what. So the way I like to do it is to put the floppy in like halfway. Now you can see how the mechanism here is not fully up and not fully down. That means the other side here is about to get caught. So you can just pull this thing forward to release this part. That means the mechanism slams all the way to the ground. This side here is getting caught right over there. So you can't lift it up, but you can lift this side up and then out like this. Good. And this is actually as far as you have to take this thing apart to be able to properly service this. And frankly, you can clean all of between here with a toothbrush just fine. Let me just wipe this thing down real quick. Oh yeah, and incidentally, every single floppy drive that lives in an Apple Macintosh has this metal rattling thing inside. This thing, it is actually the cover for the upper read write head, like this. Over time, the glue gets weak, and then it pops off. Totally unnecessary, just throw it away. The lower drive assembly is held in place by these four little plastic knobs, and you can just take a pick like this and then go underneath one of these knobs, hold tight with it with your finger, and then just pull it off the axle to which it is affixed. Doesn't always work. You can also use these, what do you call them, hemostats? Requires a little bit of force, but here they come out, like this. Good, and now it feels like we can take this mechanism out yet, but not quite, because this motor here is in the way. So I gotta take our trusty screwdriver. The motor needs to come out anyways, because it's sort of in the way for us to service the stepper motor rail over here. So we're just gonna go remove it real quick. lifts out like so. I also like to unplug it like this. It's actually not too dirty. Yeah, that's actually fine. Oh, here's the tiny little gear, by the way. This gear right there, it likes to break. So the way you can tell whether or not it's still working is if the wheel, the entire eject assembly here is stiff and you can't be moved by hand. Don't force it, you're going to break the wheel. So that means it's probably going to work. So the motor is, I haven't seen too many of these motors fail, so they are probably, it's going to be fine. With that thing removed, you can now just lift off this part. And of course, oh yeah, look at all these controlled grease. Brush it off, all the loose dust and such comes off like this. And here's the drive. Same idea, just briefly give it a quick wipe through. We are almost finished, believe it or not. So what we have to do next, of course, like with every floppy drive, what I like to do is get myself some 91% IPA or so and a cotton swab like this. Open up the drive head. Careful, don't bend it too far because there's like a leaf spring that lives down there, and if you bend it up too far, that will overextend the spring, and then everyone's going to be sad. It'll never close properly again. The next thing's next. I'm going to take my pick. I'm going to go into the groove here of the stepper motor, worm gear, or whatever you call those things. Just make sure to scrape all the hardened grease off a little bit, and then check with my finger how easily it moves, and it actually moves fairly easily. Next step, toothbrush, discount brand, 91% IPA, and just scrub, scrub, scrub. Worm gear assembly, grease off as best you can. Just give the other part of the drive, specifically the area where the lower, medium, and upper drive assembly are contacting. I want to just give them a quick brush here to get all the leftover grease. There's not too much on this drive, but we just want to all clean it off real quick. There's a little stubborn here. All right, here we go. Now we're going to lube the drive rail. Oops, get my trusty 1970s brand low weight sewing machine oil. That works just fine. One drip right there onto the axle into the motor. One drip on the other side where the worm gear is attached, the other side of the drive rail, and then move the head back and forth a little bit. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Spindle runs, we're gonna oil it too real quick. Only one drop is good enough. And twist it a little bit. You can tell that it works because as soon as you put that in, that thing just runs so much smoother now. And recall where all the other parts here live, actually, incidentally, which we haven't cleaned yet with alcohol. So let's do that real quick. Get all the old grease off. Oh yeah, look at all that grease. And there we go. Well, every time you clean off the crusty grease, take a note of where the crusty grease really is, because that's, my friend, that's where you want to apply some more lube, right? So we'll take the middle assembly, it's the lower assembly, we're going to take the middle assembly like this. I'm just going to pop it back in there, take note of where it rides, and it's going to ride near these 4 points here. So I'm just going to take the top part here and give them all just a quick dollop, tiny little drop, and put on, and look at that, how nice that works. Also going to add a little bit back here, because recall that this is where the drive mechanism is going to be ejecting back here. Yep, and that works just fine. Also going to give it a little bit in there. That's fine. This will be fine. Yeah. All right, I forgot to add these little clips here, didn't we? These things just go on back onto their hole. Now that you lube the lower part and reattach the motor, go back on top of the axis like this. Struggle, struggle, there. Upper drive assembly time, still dirty. Scrub, scrub, scrub. your toothbrush. And in the other drive too, I find that this top component here is usually the most stubborn. That's where the most hardened grease just likes to hang out. Now I'm not going to lube it quite yet because I'm going to fit it first. And the way I'm going to fit it is basically the reverse way as earlier. I'm going to slide the middle assembly all the way forward. I'm going to pin these two things here and, well, there. Like so. And then it lowers down like this, the motor. That should go back in there, don't you think? Yep. So we cleaned it, we looked at it, and now we're just gonna pop it right back in. Here, this is where it lives. So it lives in front of the upper assembly, but it lives inside the lower assembly, and it should just fall into place. Add our plastic piece again. From the back, it goes like this. It should slot right on. You want to make sure that it's actually underneath the stepper motor. And then there's this little plastic lever here snaps into its own hole. Good. That being said, now that everything is back together, now before I attach the springs, I'm going to lube all the areas where there's metal on metal joints. Here, here, here. That should be enough. Yep. All right. Works gangbuster. All right. And now the springs yet again. Oops. Number one. All right. Works like a charm. Cable back in. Caddy over here. Nice. And that's it. And that's how you service Sony's MFD-51w-03 floppy drives. But as you know, after the floppies before the floppy. So let's do this one real quick. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you repair your own floppy drive. If not, if you need anything repaired, restored, or modded, call your boy RetroByteMeister at retrobytemeister.com. Thanks for watching, and bye.